Yeah, we're going to have your code and your ticker on this network, and you can't stop it from being traded.
Right.
And so there's a derivative, and then if there's liquidity bonding the prices together, so if, let's say you have Chainlink on Ethereum, and then after launch, price bounces around a while, but I bet that over time that these prices will move similarly.
Right.
I think that the Link ticker on Pulsechain is likely to move similarly to the Link ticker on Ethereum.
Right. Just because of the bridge, right? And
well, because they're bonded by the liquidity.
Right.
And then it's the same code with the same ticker. Now, do you want to pay $100 or $300 to trade it on Ethereum, or do you want to pay a penny to trade it over here? And we already know this answer because they're doing it on other networks as well.
Yeah.
People do trading on alternate networks, and then we're the one that you don't like. Your coins are already here. You don't even have to bridge over. Right. You've already got your free coins here. You can already access them by changing one setting in your MetaMask. It's awesome.
Dude, it sounds
well.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Well, that's the trick. That's the magic. Is you launch this whole network with all these new coins. How do you get those new coins to be valuable?
Right.
But by not letting anyone ever stop the trading, by having the same tickers, and by giving people a reason to back the value of the things they got free.
Right.
By rewarding them with a yield farming token. It's like a giant vampire attack, basically. It's a giant vampire attack.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, and of course Pulsechain YouTube, streaming to over 10,000 subscribers. Big shout out to everybody, and to all the people watching after the live stream. Leave your comments and I'll get back to them. How about that? Now we're going to start off kind of funny today. We're going to start off with TYCZ protocol. The lobby is about to close, so if you want to participate in that, you'll need to get into that early. So we're going to jump straight to that, and then we're going to get back into the chat. So let's go straight into it, and let us have a look where we are at on this. This is, bam, there it is. It's counting down with 26 minutes and 33 seconds to go. 442 out of 750 OG NFTs are there. But in any case, that is the address if you want to enter the lobby. And of course, if you want to get a link to, you want to get 10% bonus before it closes, that is the link there. So, see it right there. That's the link. It's in the chat as well. And of course, you will, if you do, if you get one NFT for every 2,500 you enter into the lobby. Now, you don't have to enter that much, of course, but you also get the best day one bonus of 25%. So if you're in that that retail category of 2,500, you can get that. That includes bonuses, I believe, like the referral bonus. So it's kind of cool. Now, obviously, you can just enter with any amount. If you do, the rate at the moment is $1 for 639 points, pretty much that. And there's currently $1.125 million in it at the moment, 735 wallets, and it's about to close in 25 minutes. Now you can send tokens from any of these, so Ethereum, Pulsechain, or BNB. Obviously, BNB, Pulsechain particularly cheap, BNB a bit more expensive perhaps, and then Ethereum. But you can send any of these tokens, and it will be credited to you if you send it to this wallet address up here. And of course, you use the referral link that I've got there on the screen. You'll be able to get 10% bonus. That's closing in 25 minutes. Now, why are we excited about this? Well, let's have a quick look at what came out. So originally, we thought it was going to be an enhanced version of the TIRH game, which currently runs. And of course, V4 is coming out for that very soon. But TYCZ is a different concept. It's going to be very different. So real pivot there. And it's going to have all the genius that Jacob has come up with. And of course, they're going to have checks and balances and all that for stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. Now, let's quickly check out what this is all about. So we're going to have BNB and BNBP. So it's going to be on the BNB chain. I hope that they launch on the Pulse chain. We may see some cross-chain pollination between BNB, Pulse chain, and Ethereum. That is a wild card out there that has been suggested. And we got a bit of a wink back for that. So hold on to horses. But in any case, currently it is on BNB, BNBP. Now they're looking to launch at the beginning of 2024. So like January, that is the scheduled time, about 2 months from now. Now what they've got is they've got these coins, right? And then they've got these different features. And it really is taking on Binance. So it's basically taking on Binance on their own chain. And it's called DeFi Binance. That's basically the concept there, DeFi Binance. You can see at the bottom, And this could potentially be really huge. As you guys know, I like to bring you guys some of the best stuff that's coming down the line on either Pulsechain or Pulsechain teams that are launching on Binance or Ethereum. For example, the 9-inch also listed on Ethereum the other day as well. So this could all link up to Pulsechain, of course, and bring more people to Pulsechain ultimately too. And sometimes they might integrate these platforms together, which is really cool. That's the future of crypto, really, isn't it, in many cases? So anyway, you're going to have the coins. Then you're going to have these different elements. So you can have bots with trading bots, arbitrage, MEV, and sandwich bots. So that's going to be really powerful and popular. This is crypto. You're going to have agents. So that's going to be really interesting. Don't know where this is heading, but we've got customer support, coin staking, coin listing, and coin delisting. That could have lots of really cool features, and probably people will be able to participate in that. And then, of course, this is what people love. I mean, we see this over there with Jack Levin and Zen currently doing these validating, and we're going to have servers there with validators, consensus, hot wallets, and APIs. And then finally, some secret source, a power station, a market, and an NFT power. So there's lots of things happening in this space, and I think this concept could be absolutely blow up on BNB, and of course taking on BNB, Binance itself with DeFi. So we're really looking at this kind of centralized exchange model, taking that, but in a DeFi approach. So that's kind of the alpha there. Hope you guys enjoy that. And of course, this is closing in 22 minutes, so you won't be able to. You'll have to buy off the market, and you'll have to speculate. Do you think it's going to pull back on the market, or do you think this is going to be so big that you might not get a chance? You'll have to pay a much higher price. And in any case, $1 might get 639. However, if you do it for 2,000 with the bonuses, I believe it includes, you can get an NFT, which will be pretty sought after. My guess is only 442 out so far, so pretty cool. So you can send stuff from any of that wallet. So that's a bit of a divergence from normally, but you can check it out and do your financial due diligence. You've got 25 minutes to do it if you haven't done it already. But there we are. I think that's going to be an alpha opportunity for right at the beginning of next year. And of course, we're starting ramping up a bull market. So timing couldn't be more perfect, I think. All right, let's go back into the chat and see who else has jumped in here. I'm going to close that down, and we're going to get into our scheduled live stream. We got Tanzanian in the house there from Superman Crypto. Good to see you, Tanzanian. Big shout out. We got J-Pon as well. Woo! Good to see J-Pon. Sandy Beach, of course, and with the health and fitness straight off the bat. Very cool to see that. And of course, you want to enjoy your crypto, you got to be health and fit, right? So get out there and do some walking, some swimming, things like that. Who else is jumping here? Good morning all from J-Pon. Nice and early morning, Superman and PLS family. Absolutely, Craig. Good to see you in the house. Who else has jumped in here? We got Wookie as well. Look who's here. Never fear, Wookie is there somewhere on the Discord somewhere. We got Eddie as well. It's a green day on November 1st. Woo! It absolutely is. What a great way to start off November. October is pretty good. November looks really, really good. We got Hexcavate as well. I see Wookiees everywhere. Harry Williams as well. Yo. Good to see you, Harry. Creepy Coin in the house. Hello. It reminds me of that French TV comedy back in the day. Hello. It was pretty funny. We got Tortoise Johnny in the house there. Now Chica Wow. Good to see you, TJ. What else there? Hexcavator as well. Yo. Hit the likes. Definitely hit the likes there. Big shout out from Sandy in the house. Brennan, our TA specialist guru, master of the Zen. Zen. Morning for folks. Pump it, says Brennan. Yeah, absolutely. Burn Token did moon for the TRH protocol that Jacob did, the one we just talked about. He's the same dev for TYZZ. It definitely mooned. That game has played its course for the time being until V4. Levo as well. Good to see Levo. Crypto Dan in the house. Let's jump Joe Torres as well. Good to see Joey. Big shout out to Brian's from Brian's. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? And check my pulse. What's up, y'all, as well? Let me see here. Hi, all TYCZ. Let's go. The sacrifice don't have to pay the buy tax either, said Archipelago. So the sacrifice don't have to pay the buy tax either. Well done. Nice move there. We got Knoxville as well. Yo. Good to see Knoxville. We got lots of people in the house. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Welcome to the chat, all of you. And of course, let's get straight into it. We've got a busy lineup here as the market is starting to pump. So let's get into it. So we're going to start off with the Federal Reserve came out only hours ago, 2 hours ago, something like that, maybe. And of course, we're going to hear from Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, and of course, on what he decided to do for the interest rate. So let's get into hear from him. It's a small clip, about a minute long, I think.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. We understand the hardship that high inflation is causing, and we remain strongly committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal. Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone. In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. Since early last year, the FOMC has significantly tightened the stance of monetary policy. We have raised our policy interest rate by 5.25 percentage points and have continued to reduce our securities holdings at a brisk pace. The stance of policy is restrictive, meaning that tight policy is putting downward pressure on economic activity and inflation, and the full effects of our tightening have yet to be felt. Today, we decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged and to continue to reduce our securities holdings. Given how far we have come, along with the uncertainties and risks we face, the committee is proceeding carefully. We will make decisions about the extent of additional policy firming and how long policy will remain restrictive based on the totality of the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks.
So essentially that is good news, and the markets have liked it. Now the stock market was leading up, sort of climbing before that announcement, and of course that announcement was what it's expected. No change. So federal funds rate at 5.5%. They've still got restricted monetary policy, and they're going to see how it goes. See what the data says and go from there. But hopefully we've got that no change in the federal funds rate, and maybe we've hit the pivot. Maybe they might do one next year, possibly, but then I think they're going to pivot pretty quickly. Like I say, I'm expecting a pivot in the federal funds rate by mid next year. So if all the data keeps heading in the right direction, we could even have it slightly earlier. We will see. And so let's get into it. The market liked it, and that's across the board. So we've got the stock market here. We got the Dow Jones up 0.2%, 220 points to 33,274. We've got the S&P 500 up 1% there, 44 points to 4,237. And I like to remind you every day, fund manager Fundstrat fund manager Tom Lee is targeting 4,800 points for the end of the year. And so it's just starting to head that. We've had 3 green days in a row, haven't we? I think we did. Yeah, I think we have. Nasdaq there is up 1.64%. 210 points to the 13,000, so back over 13,000, really looking really good there. The dollar is down, pretty flat actually, versus trading partners at 106.48. Moving to oil. Oil there, both of them down slightly there, about 1/5%. We got, they've just gone up there. Always updates just after I log on there. That's up 0.6%. That's down 0.2%. So West Texas is up 50 cents at $80.94, and Brent oil there is down slightly to $84.86. Over the last month, we can see that the oil prices have been quite high and volatile in a volatile range, but basically up as $93. We're basically at the bottom of the range at the moment. The last month and the last 6 months, we're still quite up here. So this is 6 months ago, we were down 72. We got up to 94, and we're currently down 86 on oil there. Gold is at $1,992, up $5. 0.25%, and silver is at $23.12, up 33 cents, up 1.5% there on the gold and the silver, and moving up like crypto, and I guess in that way. So that's good news. Let's move over to obviously December, which is the last meeting for the year for the Federal Reserve, and let's see what the market is looking at this stage. So 5 weeks and 6 days and 18 hours to go, folks, until the next Fed meeting. That's a long time. We're going to update our window of opportunity with this because we've had exactly the data we wanted. At the moment, we've got 80% saying a no change again for December at this moment. Only 20% expecting a slight rise, and that is down from yesterday. I think it was at 23%, now down 20%. So we'll be watching this number in particular for people that think we're still going to get a 25 basis point rate hike by the end of the year. So actually, good news. So very cool. That's 13th of December. At 1 p.m. Eastern time. So put that in your calendar, the 13th December at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that makes us from stock market, green day across the board, good news from the Fed, no change, and the window opportunity expands for crypto everything is lining up pretty nice. That brings us to crypto. So we're going to talk about that. Boom, boom, boom. So here we are, BTC, 35,235, like a boss. I don't know if Brandon's in the chat, but let me know your thoughts on where Bitcoin's heading next. But we're 35,235, up 1.75%, 52% dominance. And this is what we wanted to see, right? We had that consolidation in the 33, 34,000. And now we've got this little move higher to 35. I think we might get a sudden trigger that's going to push us pretty aggressively up and potentially 37 to 38.5, but really they might just go for the 40 and say, darn it, let's go over 40 and let's get this thing rolling. So lots of fun there. We've got Ethereum there at 1838, 1.33%, and BNB there at 227%, $227 up, 0.6% there. Those are kind of our leaders there. Solana has been crushing it lately the last couple of days, and that is up 7% again, $40.95. Solana's doing pretty well there. Some of the other standouts are AVAX, up 6.6. And, of course, Uni there is up 14% on Uni for fake DeFi. You like the fake DeFi, but it was a free airdrop, and lots of Hexkins got it. So I guess that's the other way. I wonder how many Hexkins still holding on to the Uni airdrop. Aave up 8% there as well, and Arb there, Arbitrum there, up 9%. So some of the leaders on the table here. Let's jump over to the... before we get into Pulsechain, I actually haven't got up the Bitcoin chart, so let me just pull up that because I was going to pull that up anyway. So let's go to Trading View. Let's go to Coinbase and let's have a quick look at the chart. Let's put it on special charts. Let's pull it over to the conversation here. Look at that. Woo! Hot doggity dog. Got to do the cowboy thing when it's going pumping like this. So there we are. That is our window of opportunity. And it's now expanded, right? So at the moment, we've still got this budget stopgap. That's still an issue. But I'm going to push the window right past that. I'm going to go right past that. And I think we've got right through to the end of the year a pretty nice little window of opportunity. So we're going to go all the way to the end of the year there. Window of opportunity expands. I think that's looking awesome. And that means what I mean by that is we've got a big opportunity to go up and to the right? So get this bull market started. We're warming up. It's heading in the right direction. Really looks like nothing to hold us back. Very cool. We've got this issue here, budget stopgap. I think that might cause a hiccup. I think that Mike Johnson's probably going to deal with it, even with Chuck Schumer, trying to block everything in the Senate and things like that. I still think we're going to get some deals done, even if we get a stopgap extension until the 17th of January, which is out here. So that would be pushed out to here. So we're actually going to move this way out. Actually, we're going to go all the way to January 17th, and that is our window of opportunity. So looking pretty good. Now, obviously, we've got quiet periods in here like we'd have, but, man, we could get some really good action going. So everything, stars are aligning, folks, looking really good. Let's zoom out a bit further into April because you guys know it's in April, and it is the halving. So we could have as early the Bitcoin ETFs approved in mid-December, and if Galaxy has made the right call, or at least by the first quarter, which leads right into the PDC halvening, it could be unbelievable, this ramp up in crypto, Bitcoin, and Pulsechain. It's going to be awesome. So that is the good news. It's just the stars are aligning. It looks fantastic. Obviously, we got geopolitical risks, so let's not be, ignore those. We got those on the moment, two decent-sized wars and conflicts at the moment. Let's not ignore that at all. And, of course, we've got the powers to be are aligning on different sides, and we'll see how we go there. And then, of course, we've got internal conflicts as well. So apart from that, it's looking good on the financial market front at the stage. So, which is pretty cool. All right, let's listen to some of the fundamentals of how good it's actually going to be. And, of course, BlackRock CEO has talked about how things have just changed. And now the biggest money in the world, pretty much, that's private money, is going to flow into crypto. And this is super bullish. So let's listen to that.
Around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
And that change in sentiment to flight flight to quality is unbelievable. That is such a big window. Now, obviously, I've talked about this before. There's a trade-off. We're going to get all the money pumping into crypto, but we also know that these big entities like BlackRock want control and influence over the crypto, which stands for the last financial markets that really stand for freedom, crypto. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So looking pretty good though. So get excited. I think it's going to be pretty good moving ahead. So let's move on. So stock market green, looking bullish. Crypto green looking even more bullish because really crypto hasn't had its run where stock market has had a decent run this year. Let's jump over to Pulsechain. Of course, this is where the glory will be made, as Richard said in the beginning of the video there with Hexologist. It's going to be a fun time. And well, let's see what we got here. We got the price at quadruple 0629. What day is it? Day 173. So the end of day 173. We're about to start day 174. So we've got the price here at quadruple 0629, up 6.6%, and we're 63% of the mean sacrifice price at the moment, which is pretty good. About 3 times the whale price at the moment. So pretty good. We're heading back up. Pulsex at the moment is up 13.4%. It is the best performer of the day out of the Richard Hart Golden cryptos. And we're currently at quadruple 0194. We're just under 20% of the sacrifice price for the mean, and pretty much, probably just slightly under the whales actually at the moment. So we've got a lot of room to move. If you just hold on to that Pulsex, I'm sure that it will just pay out. That's just a simple strategy. That if you believe in the Pulsechain, you just get the Pulsex, sit back and relax, and wait for it to go back to the very minimum, back to the mean price. And of course, who knows where it could go from there. The burn there, 531.5 billion Pulsex have been burned, and we're at 2.58% of all the public supply of Pulsex has been burned so far in 173 days. So that is part of the superior tokenomics of Pulsechain and Pulsex versus Ethereum, Uniswap, etc., PancakeSwap. So looking pretty good. Incentive token there is $1.15, up 8.9%. The ratio is 18,365. There's over 15 million incentive tokens in existence made from the Pulsex farms. And the burn there at the moment is 113, just under 113,000 has been burned through the TRH GameFi protocol from Jacob and the BNB PulsePod team. And of course, who's also doing a TYCZ we talked about a bit earlier there, which is probably closing down, probably maybe 10, 15 minutes left on that to get into that action for the beginning of next year, taking on Binance with DeFi Binance. Now we got Hex at the moment is at 1.53 cents for PHEX. Looking beautiful, heading back up 8.19%. And EHEX there is back at 1 cent. Woo! Let's give that a clap. That's worthy of a clap. So the combined price of EHEX and PHEX is at 2.53 cents. And though we've been here before, just recently, we're strengthening, right? We're strengthening, getting back up there again. And things are looking like they really could start to explode. We might start seeing some double digits on the Hex there soon enough. On day after day potentially. So watch out for that. You've seen Hex before in a bull market, and man, it performed like a boss. So that's pretty much it on there. Let's go over to the Pulsechain charts at the moment, and we're going to take off the roadmap. This is our chart at the moment for for Pulsechain, and we can see that we had a nice touch on here on the 50 Fibonacci, and it's been up to the right since then. That was a really nice bullish call, and we've got a nice little structure going on here. We're going to get back to the previous high there of quadruple 07549. And of course, you know that was not far away from the pre-SEC price there. The SEC price on the open of that day was 0001. That's the mean price as well. Just happens to be the same on this chart for Pulsechain. So the chance of getting back there, we're slowly inching our way back there. You know, the SEC doesn't protect investors, right? Destroys value for crypto investors. Doesn't care at all. And of course, the market has to speak. The market has to get strong. Go show the strong arms, just like the thumbnail, and slowly push the market back up to get that market value back. And so 60%, we've got 60% gain to get back to that mean price, and then up and away after that, right? Once we crush that number, it's up and away. So look forward to that. Pulsex, of course, is actually, let's look at the RSI quickly. The RSI on the daily is at 65, which is not in overbought territory. So plenty of room to move there. Pulsex, let's go to Pulsex. Pulsex has been the strongest of the day. And I've said to you guys, we'll probably get a relativity shift between Pulsex and Pulse because it's so much discounted from the mean price as well. Now, there is a difference in the number of holders and the number of supply. So there is those differences to take into account. And of course, the actual platforms themselves, right? So between Pulsechain being blockchain and PulseX being the big super DEX, right? Over 140, probably climbing now, 150, 160 TVL. I haven't looked at it lately, but it's really climbing in the TVL there. I did put a post out on X social platform yesterday about the top 3 TVLs, which was Pulsex Pulsex there, over $140 million yesterday. And of course, I put in number 2 was PHUX from the PH Universe ecosystem, and that was I think that was at 35 million yesterday. Now these numbers move around as obviously as the prices do, so they're all going up now. So all these numbers would have gone up. And then of course number 3, which is 9-inch, came on there, and they were up at about 25, I think $25 million yesterday. Yeah, those are our top 3, and we've got more coming, right? Liquid Lines, Power City, and all that. So top TVL is going to add more value to Pulsechain. Value is where all the action is at. So it's going along nicely, guys. You can't ask for much better. It's really, obviously we had the SEC event that was a pain in the butt, but you know, things are starting to head in the right direction again, just as we envisaged a long time ago. So there we are. That is where we are at the moment. Quadruple 01947. Let's have a look at where we are on the. I'm just going to get rid of the Fibonacci there. Let's go to auto this, and our previous price, of course, the open on the 31st of July when we had the SEC price was quadruple 03136. We're currently at quadruple 01946, and you can see we're even looking better than Pulsechain on the structure, and we bounced off the 50 as well on the Fibonacci. Sorry, on the on the Bollinger Band. Sorry, and so we got a bit of while to go here. Let's have a look. We're about to break that previous high as well, so 62% back to the pre-SEC price, but obviously getting back to the mean price here. I took away my overlays there. There we are. That's the one I'm looking for. That's the yellow line, and we've got that's back to the mean price. So we're 63% back to the pre-SEC price, and we are 400%, or just about 415% back to the sacrifice price, the mean sacrifice price there, 415%. So you just have to sort of sit there really and just wait there. That's one easy strategy if you believe in Pulsechain. So not bad. Let's have a look at the RSI as well. A bit higher than Pulsechain, obviously with the relativity being higher with the bigger gains. We're sitting around about 68 there, just underneath the overbought territory, which you can stay up there for a little while. Look at that. See, stay up there for a while. And this looks like we're going to a higher high, doesn't it? Looks like we're going to go to higher high here if this continues this trend, and it looks looking good for the continuation. Looking for a bit more volume in the daily candle. Will we see that tomorrow? Watch the space on that. Now, this is the daily for incentive token, $1.16. Let's look at the ratio. The ratio to pulse. We got the ratio to pulse has gone up today. So a bit of bullishness coming in there. So we bounced off pretty much the 18,000 mark. So 18,000 pulse per one incentive. We're up to 18,362, which is not bad either. So good news there. Let's go to PHEX. This is PHEX on the 4-hourly. I wanted to show the 4-hourly here. This is kind of the trader's view 4-hourly. And look at that, bouncing off the 50 Bollinger Band. Wow, up to the top of the Bollinger Band where the top 95% price range is. That's looking really, really nice on there. And let's have a quick look at the RSI on that. We're only at 64, so we've got plenty of room to move. So that's good news. Let's go to the daily, though. And the daily here looking good. We've got to get back up to here, right? We got up to 1.8, almost 1.9 cents last time when we had our rally. Remember our super rally there? And we're well on track to making our new high because we got a high low. And, of course, we were bounced off the 61.8 Fibonacci above the 50 on the Bollinger Band. And this is looking really, really good. So fingers crossed, folks. Hex can suddenly move real fast. Bam! Like that. And once we're back on the right track, you know, when we're trending down, yeah, it moves down pretty aggressive, just keep zigzagging down. You go, oh my God, when it's finishing, when's it finishing? That's kind of a lot of people do. They get in the chat, go, my gosh, we're wrecked, and stuff like that. You know them. And it's a human nature, you're right. But now we're getting on the uptrend, right? We've got all the window of opportunity, all the stars are aligning in crypto, stock market, Federal Reserve, Pulsechain, all the projects. We're the one chain with the superior tokenomics, remember, and all the projects launching. We have such a huge roadmap that people are going to be jealous and up into the way here. And of course, that's going to attract more capital, right? More capital into the system. All right. We're at 1.53 cents. I like that. I think that's really good to get back over 1.5 cents. Man, so good. So keep watching out on this one. Now, how much back to the pre-SEC price? We've got a move of about 28% to get back to there. And that would be at pretty much just under 2 cents. So we're getting pretty close. We got pretty close last time when we fell short about 6% on the last move. So you know the market wants to go there, but we've got a higher low and up and away there. It looks good. And our RSI here sitting at 67. So we're not over the overbought period. That's at 70 plus. So that's the overbought. Remember, 30 below on the RSI is oversold. That's good for trading, particularly on shorter time frames as well. Now let's move to eHex, which has had its own sort of thing. Obviously, people have talked about Alex the Whale back here and BankX and all sorts of things like that. But at the moment, it's continuing to move up, and it hit 1.064 cents today and is currently at 0.09924. So pretty much 1 cent is where we're at. And of course, we're just finishing this candle. So we're just closing the day out for day 173 and closing this one out. The RSI at the moment is up around 70. So just touching on the overbought, but still can keep going over there on an aggressive move. And looks like we're going to go up to the way here. Look, brand new candle for the new day. So looking awesome. Day 174 on Pulsechain, up and up to the right. It's feeling really good about that. Now, let's have a combined price on PHEX and EHEX together. Here we are on InvestX, and it's looking like a boss. Man, it's so cool to be able to cover this live stream while the market is pumping like this. It really is cool. My timing couldn't be better today. And thank you for the chair, Jerome Powell, the chair, for giving us the announcement just before the live stream, only an hour or so before. This price is moving up as we speak. We're at a combined price of PHEX, EHEX of 2.558 cents. So if you were part of the Pulsechain fork and you had Hex, you would have got all that copied. You got your stakes copied. You would have got your liquid Hex copy. And if you had done nothing with those, then you're back up combined at 2.55 cents on that, which is pretty cool. So we'll be watching this to see where it goes to. Remember last time when we had that little run, we got up to 3 cents. We touched 3 cents. It was beautiful. And of course, now we're having another go at getting over that 3 cents. So fingers crossed we make new highs and start getting into higher range. You guys know I wanted to get to the 2-3 cent range. Thought that's really important psychologically. And then, of course, you can go to the next range after that, right? So I'm very excited about that on InvestX.io. So very cool. Isn't this a pretty cool platform, this InvestX.io? And they're crushing it out on social media. I said to InvestX, I said early on, I said, just get out and just keep building your community. And he's been doing just that. He's been building out the platform. He's worked on this for a couple of years with his team in the UK, I believe he is. And of course, he's been, just delivering on social media, building up all the time. And it really is a cool site. I really like this. Definitely the number one workstation on Pulsechain. It's got so many different products and things like features on it that you can use. So really, really cool. All right. Big shout out to investx.io. All right. There we go. That is looking good. Let's move away. We're going to get into the validators quickly. So those are the numbers. Let's go to the validators. We're currently at 48,735 validators. That Pulsechain really is the people's chain. I say this every day. The reason why I say it every day is because we get new people coming along and they need to hear the good news about the Pulsechain. 48,735 validators, and that means that 1.56 trillion of the 15 trillion in the public supply is now staked and off the market. And of course, we're waiting for liquid loans to accelerate that, because it's going to add a new feature to Pulse, and that is collateralizing it for lending. And of course, that's going to introduce more leverage lending, and of course, a stablecoin USDL, our second stablecoin, and of course, the ability to earn some pretty nice yield. But probably importantly to you, if you're not participating in liquid loans, is take more Pulse off the market. And so it's going to add to this number. And how much? Who knows? We could find out. It's really designed for the big whales and the big retail book to use those platforms. So fingers crossed, we see a massive amount of activity there. Certainly is the number one sacrifice project, $51 million. So fingers crossed. And of course, they bring us multiple utilities and products to Pulsechain, including the Fetch Oracle, which we're going to talk about too. The other thing, of course, is the gas prices are super cheap compared to Ethereum. All the beats are really low today, 475,000 beats. That's pretty low these days. We've got a Pulsex swap is 0.9 of a penny. A Pulse coin transfer is 0.06 of a penny. Even while we've got the markets rallying, I love this. And the PRC20 transfer is 0.2 of a penny at the moment. So super cheap on Pulsechain. Look how much cheaper. Woo! Yeah, boy. We talked about this. So at the moment on fake DeFi Uniswap, you can do a swap for $19.42. And of course, that makes Pulsechain 2,147 times cheaper than Ethereum. Yeah, boy. So the markets are pumping on Pulsechain, but the gas prices are super low, which means you're not going to get annoyed by fees and all the interactions And of course, you can use compounding protocols, which the Pulsechain's got the best. You can use those and then not even worry about the cost going in and out. I love it. I love it. Man, bring on the bull market. We got Bitcoin. We're 1,800 times cheaper than Bitcoin at the moment, like a boss. And of course, Bitcoin's really old technology. It really is becoming a store of value, and that's quite what the big boys play on. But of course, if you want to take a bit more risk, you get into the altcoins. And of course, Pulsechain is going to be king of the bull market in this altcoin run. So fingers crossed. So that is the day 173. We're going to have start day 174 soon. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Before that, let's get into the rest of the categories. We're going to jump from Richard Hart tokens now to PRC 20s. Have a look at the best performers at the moment. We're going to sort by liquidity here. We can see that Diatropa tried to make a comeback the other day. Yesterday it was. So let's have a quick look at PDI there. Had a couple of little green days. Pretty flat yesterday, but definitely is off the bottom there at 00046. Now at 0006189. So we'll keep watching that, see whether it can move to glory at some stage. Let's get on here. We've got Wrap Bitcoin at the moment on Pulsechain, and that is currently at $108. Pretty much moving sideways, but the slight little, I guess there's a slight little upward trend there. That's very subtle, but that's kind of where we are on the Wrap Bitcoin at $108. Atropa is pretty much flat. Maker is up 6%. Teddy Bear up 7%. Treasury Bill up 5%. Now these two are brand new tokens to Pulsechain, right? Whereas and Atropa is too. Whereas the rest of these ones are all copies from the Pulsechain fork of Ethereum on the 10th of May. And we got our SHIB, our two big meme coins, SHIB and Pepe. SHIB here is up 4.6%. Let's have a quick look at that chart. This may get picked up on the 9-inch decks. We will see in due course after they've had their official launch phase. And that is where we are at the moment on the SHIB. What else there? Pepe. Let's look at Pepe. Pepe pretty flat down the bottom here. Maybe that will get some traction from 9-inch and maybe the bull market conditions that will start rallying as well. We will see on that one. So that's pretty much it. The highlights there, just looking through some of these others. That's pretty much it on the PRC 20s. Let's go to the meme coins. And of course, this is related to 9-inch decks, so we're going to get into all that too. 9-inch. So we've got Where the ETH Go at the moment up at 19%, and it's sitting at $2.38. And this has performed like a boss, I think. This has performed to the upside. And you guys know I talked about the fact that this has only got 1 million tokens. It's probably the most scarce thing on 9-inch now, arguably. And the market cap, $2.3 million. Pretty much for every dollar it goes up, you add another million to the market cap. And yeah, look at that. It got even higher. So you guys know my cautious range was 220, and that was kind of a good result. And so far we got up to $3. So congratulations. I did say it could do like $5, even $10 because of the scarcity. And of course, we're going to have the farms and single side staking. So that's expected to come up too. So let's quickly pull up the actual InvestX here. Now, we already expected it out probably a couple of hours ago, but we've not had no news about the next phase. So that I can see. So there's been no news about the next phase that I can see from the team. So whether they've delayed that another more hours, I do not know. We'll just have to keep up to date with that. We did have this update from Hexy Bastard 1 hour ago. Competition, I'm giving away 3 tickets to the launch party this Saturday. Reply below to your favorite memory of the Hexy Bastard show. The best 3 will win a free ticket. Please only enter if you can actually make the event. So that is out there at the moment. And of course, I'll post a link to that in the chat there if you guys want to check it out. But definitely look at that. Bam. All right, so that is the link there to that competition. And I don't think there's any at 4 hours ago. Yeah, no, nothing else there around the pools. So let's quickly look at that, what we're expecting. These are the pools at the moment. Now, what's happened is they have fixed up the APR, but they're much lower than I anticipated them being. I anticipated being about 45% of what they previously were. Like this one here, 9-inch and Wrap 9-inch, and that Wrap 9-inch is the bridged in 9-inch from Ethereum. And with the 9-inch there, that was sitting at about 4,000% last night. They've said they were going to fix up the APRs, which were wrong. And then, of course, they came down to 400%. We're like, what the fudge? And that's just what's happened there. So, yeah, just take that into account. But at least I guess they're accurate now. I did try to analyze it, and it did appear to be correct. Yeah, we'll see how that goes over the 24-hour period. So that's it. But we haven't got the new pools. So we haven't got the meme pools yet for Where the ETH Go, Paul Pleb, or Pulse Dodge. Obviously, the single side staking for PulseX is expected as well And of course, we haven't got the farms there for the hex pairs, the P-hex, E-hex, and stuff like that. So waiting for a few of those things. And of course, let's go to the docs and have a quick look at what that we're expecting today. So let's have a look down here. They may have slowed down the BBC output with the new farms coming up. That is another thing that they may have done. So let's have a look at the first farms. We'll get in some of the comments in the chat. Some other people may have seen some stuff. Let's have a look here. So this is day 5. This is what we're expecting to see today. Farms and single-side staking for where the ETH go, Pool Pleb and PLD on both chains. That's Ethereum and Pulsechain. Single-side staking for Pulsechain on Pulsechain. That should be really cool. And of course, that's probably helping the Pulsechain possibly. I don't know. You can ask that question. Single-side staking for EHEX and DBI on Ethereum. So DBI new there, but also bullish for EHEX there. That could, once this come out, this might really help rally that more. And of course, the EHEX PX farm on Pulsechain. So that's what we're expecting today. And we thought we'd add that out already, but we'll just have to stay tuned and wait. We'll just wait for the team when they're ready. All right, that is it. But we did get the APR updates. Yeah, obviously the BBC token yield looks like it's being dropped down. In fact, let's have a look at the yield. We might be able to see that on here. Still got a 0.9x there farm multiplier. So yeah, that's all I can see there on that one. All right, what else? The multiplier here. Let me just double check this one. 0.9x. Okay, it's still the same, but maybe the total emissions have been reduced per block. I don't know. Let's go back over to where the ETH goes. So performing like a boss, was up at $3, got down to $2 on the pullback, now $2.40. So looking really, really good here on the old where the ETH go. Mega is pretty much flat. Axis is up 2%. Reflux has done pretty well, up 14% here. And yeah, bottomed out at 0.0027, now at 0.0038 on Reflex. Where else we go? We got Hexon's address up 4%. Now, Pool Pleb. Pool Pleb is one of the 3 meme coins for the 9-inch. That's got the farms and single-side staking open. That's actually got pulled back. So it got to quadruple 01 and then got pushed all the way back down to, this is on the hourly chart, by the way, all the way down to 5 zeros, 7336, and then back almost 8,000 there. A little bit disappointing, to be honest. Like, we've had a run-up like this run-up, but not like where the ETH go, and it's pulled back here. But maybe once we get single-side staking in the farms, maybe the people that are purchasing for those farms come in and they overdo the people that are speculating. So fingers, question mark over that. But generally, given if we get more supply off the market with those products, then maybe this will have another rally to the upside. Because if we look at the daily, this is our daily profile for a Pool Pleb, and you can see maybe we'll eventually get that with the farms and the single-side stacking. Question mark though over that one. Let's go to the final one here. PLD. PLD also having a kind of a disappointing run as well. I know it's got an uptrend there, but still, relatively speaking, I think still it got up to 0.08 and then got sold down. So every time it had made a little bit of push, would get sold into. Got pushed all the way back down to 0.058 a couple of hours ago, and it's back up at 0.06. Pretty important that it stays in the 6 range or above at the moment, kind of in this sort of range here. And hopefully it will etch up a little bit more there ahead of the farm and single-side staking. So that's kind of the PLD on those ones. So that's kind of the highlights there for those. Now, talking more about 9-inch since we're on the topic, we'll get to the projects and have a look at how they're performing. So we're sorted by liquidity, remember. These are all the Pulsechain projects that have launched so far. And, of course, they're ordered them by liquidity. We've got 9-inch at the top, obviously number 3 TVL project now. And let's have a look at those tokens. Because that is at quadruple 0.3589 at the moment. So broke down on the hourly here overnight. So we're up at quadruple 0.42 and broke down there, probably to do with those APRs or something. Some big whales came in with the volume, sold that down. And then, of course, we've also got the bridged inversion. That's at quadruple 0.112. That same thing happened on that chart, okay, probably with the APRs then. And, of course, we've got the BBC token. That got sold down too on the hourly, and we got down to 50 cents and then back up at 57. Oh, we got up to 60 cents and then back now at 57. So we'll see where that reverses. Obviously, with more farms and more single-side staking launching, then this would probably recover, as my guess. The 9-inch, I expect that to recover to represent, the growing value on the DEX. So, we'll see how it goes, but that's the logic there. All right, those are those charts. So let's move out of all those. And that is pretty much what we're waiting for, is this one here, this day 5 for that. So we'll just keep a tab on 9-inch there for that one. All right, let's have a look at the best performers. So we've got Halgo outside 9-inch. We've got Halgo up 7.6%. We've got Spark Swap there up 15% with the biggest liquidity. We're sorted by liquidity here. Those are the ones over $1 million. We've got Tetra there up 3%. TRH is up 3%. Beetroot is up 72%, which we're going to have a look at that because that's done very, very well. So this is the Beetroot there. Got pumped just earlier on the hourly. Let's go to the hourly here. That is the hourly there. Got a big volume came in there. And, of course, Beetroot put out a big tweet. So let's read that. So this was, this was about 12 hours ago now, isn't it? No, 13 hours ago this tweet came out, or post, and on X platform. It said, beet is getting scarce. 4.63 billion beet is either in LPs, liquidity provision, and the LP reserve all burnt. That's more than half the initial supply. I know that I think 20% has been burnt so far, I think. So pretty cool. And soon more will be locked up in the new sugar beet. And sugar beet is coming up. Sugar beet steak and shake. And I think that's going to be pretty popular. Those are for Richard Hart tokens and the beet token. So it's going to be really cool. So more bullishness, right? We've got 9-inch with the new products coming out for Richard Hart tokens, and they're going to benefit that. And now we've also got sugar beet coming, also allowing staking rewards for those tokens also. So looking really good with pretty reputable protocols there. With your Richard Hart tokens, you can earn more yield if you want to hold them liquid and stuff like that. So really, really cool. There's only one way this goes sooner or later, and of course the price to be pumped. So that's pretty much it on that one. So I'm going to give you a link to Beetroot there if you want to check them out in more detail. And bam. So that is the play there on Beetroot. Now, they've got more posts, so we're going to read a couple more of those since they've been out today. They've given a sneak peek 11 hours ago of the Sugar Beet Steak and Shake teaser. This is coming up very soon. And, of course, there we go. That's the withdrawal there of your fee. And they also have a recipient interest, so you can pay somebody else. So feel free to send me some of your rewards. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you take all your rewards and you make mad gains. We got 11 hours ago. Soon PLS will be private as you like as well. They got Pulse there too. So it's really going to reward you guys that have the Richard Hart Gold and cryptos. Just another third-party protocol doing it. Hey, look at this Hex Token channel. What else we got going there? The total value of all Beet LPs is now 400K. So the liquidity is getting really nice and thick there over on Beetroot, which is pretty cool. Remember, Beetroot is the privacy hub. Got lots of different offerings and DeFi there, like swapping and cross-chain and stuff like that. What else we got there? I think that's kind of looking good. Let me move on here. 8 hours ago, they said now we are bullish. So that's true. So pretty cool. All right, so that is the good stuff coming out of them, and the market is pumped. Look at this. Woo-wee! So let's have a look at the daily and have a look at this chart. Look at that big green candle. We like those in crypto. And listen, this is the whole chart. So that's the whole chart on the daily. I haven't got the RSI on here, but I'm sure that's been kicked in the pants. Kicked in the pants. Is that the first time I said that on this channel? But yeah, the RSI got into overbought territory with those massive candles there, up 72%. The best performer out of the Pulsechain projects and one of the better utility projects on Pulsechain. So it has underlying value or intrinsic value from that too. So there we go. 1.3 million market cap, still pretty cheap, I guess, depending on how you're going to value these. But definitely a top utility and working like a boss on the old Beetroot. So looking good. All right, let's jump over to the other ones that are going on here. We've got PTS. PTS is up 8%. Another one of our top utilities with a big market share in the swapping market. DEX aggregator, of course. We've got Mitra there. The big NFT marketplace is down 3%. Let's see how that's performing actually on the price. Okay, so it's come off the bottom there at 0013. It has been pretty. It's not doing bad. I guess there's a little uptrend in there. It's got to break out a bit higher, but that is the Mitra there. Now I do know that some people have been getting airdrop mint punk NFTs. Just make sure you got the right contract, and there's possibly some fake ones out there. Just make sure you check with official channels that you've got the right NFT if you got airdrop one of those. All right, time token is up 3%. PRS Pulse Reflections up 15%. Obviously, this has been getting a lot of traction. Normally, I don't generally support, tax tokens, although that seems to be getting everywhere in some form or another, tax tokens. So I guess it's just the way it goes. At the moment, this has got 6087, just bouncing off the bottom here on Reflections. I think they've given out how much, 6 billion PLS or something like that, Texan token is up 3.5%. That's the first endowment token on the blockchain from Rags to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat. Big shout out. Pulse Kitten out there as well on the GameFi NFT. DeFi up 3%. IM from Internet Money Wallet up 12% there. Daytona Finance at up 7%. Hocus Pocus, the big NFT marketplace in DeFi and GameFi there, up 5%. What else is going on there? B9, this is safety and security project, up 4% from Papa B. It's like a rapper, Papa B. Hey, yo, Papa B. We've got Plant there from TRH up 12%. Fiat from the PH Universe there, the fork of Aave up 5%. Fame there up is 81 cents after the big pump. Remember, we had the big pump there. That's the GMX fork from margin trading or perpetual trading as well. So up and away there on that. Got really pumped on that, and it's been performing very well. Obviously, they've been losing other PHL people, but the fees have been incredible. I think they've passed over $500,000 on those. So very, very good, working well on that project. What else is going on here? Those are kind of the ones there. PLN, the big Lightning Network, performing very well. I saw Hex is the way, said he used it. He said it's fantastic. Unfortunately, it's down 20% today. The liquidity is pretty small at the moment, but that's definitely one of our bridge, on ramps to Pulsechain, and probably needs to get a bit more promotion as well. Water up 15%, and of course the big performer today is Burn from the TRH protocol. Now this game pretty much ended, as I understand it, on this particular product. Or sub feature of the TRH protocol, and so this got pumped to high gates. So big shout out Archie in our Discord. He gave the early alpha, so you'd been out early on this, and he called this move, and man, this is pretty awesome. So yeah, congratulations to Archie. That's the cool thing. Get into our Discord, folks, if you want the early intel. It's not just myself in there. It's also, we've got quite a few other people in there that are dropping insights constantly, and you're always getting in early. So, that's pretty amazing. Get into Discord. Links in the video description. 16 cents a day. Pretty easy. So, kind of cool. All right, else we got there. Fiat is doing pretty well there. Fiat, the fork of... I've got to make sure I get the right ones now. We got... we don't cover those. Fiat, the fork of Aave. Yeah, I think I talked about that. Let me see what else is doing along here. Holy, part of TRH up 39. Man, the TRH game, all the tokens have absolutely pumped today. Wow. And of course, V4 is expected to come out soon before the TYCZ. So somewhere in November, December, basically, is when we're expecting V4 of TRH. Seed is up 12% as well. So doing very well on those. PX is down. I was up 4%. What else there? Trust Swap is down 15%. Communist down 5%. So these are the Pulsechain projects so far. More are coming. Like we say, over 180 are going to be dropping on Pulsechain ahead of us. So pretty cool. Let's quickly look at Zen 2. Obviously, Zen ecosystem is dropping on Pulsechain. More products all the time. And let's see how PZen is going. That's been doing very well. I think it's up 12%, is it? Let me get to the right pool here. Where did it go? PZen there. That's the one. PZen there benefiting from all the protocols launching. Yeah, we got a big rally in PZen with DBZen Crypto. And then it got profit takedown. Then we have GDZen burn over $1 trillion PZen as well. And now we've got the price moving back up there at 80445. So looking like a boss, doing very well on the Pulsechain is the old Zen protocols. So we have how many? We have 4 now. We have the token. We have 5. We have the classic Zen. We have the utility Zen, PZen, this one that we're looking at. We have Zen NFTs. We have DBZen Crypto. We have DBZen NFTs, and we have DGZen. So we've got 6 actually. 6 now of the ecosystem. I'm still expecting maybe 2 or 3 more, potentially. Yeah, maybe 2 more. Maybe we'll get 2 more. Zen game possibly, and maybe another one. The other, I don't think any of the 3 ones that didn't work out too well will be launching, but definitely those. Actually, we've got 7. I think we've got a 7th one as well, but we'll talk about that another day. All right, so that's pretty much it. So let's see what the supply is actually on the Zen. 37.9. Woo! So this was at 40, if you guys remember, just dropped below 40, and it's now down to 38. So something's going right with those protocols. So DBZen Crypto and GDZen, which is the dumpster, right? You burn all the old crap tokens and you get a new cool one, apparently. So that's pretty much it. So that's going very well. No wonder the price is going up, and of course the market's up. So cool on that one. We're watching that one. So that's pretty cool on the Zen ecosystem, dropping on Pulsechain. Pretty much that. I think that's all we're going to talk about, is it? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll leave it at that. So where does that get us to? That get us to the roadmap. So let's go to there. The roadmap coming up. Bam, bam, bam. Let's add the overlays and let's go full screen. 52. So let's do it. This is the future roadmap coming up at the moment, and let's scroll that up there. So we've got 9-inch still rolling out. So we're on day 5, waiting for all those products to launch, the farms and staking, Pulsechain and the ETH pairs. 9mm. We don't know when that's going to be launching, so we're going to move that away another day. We're going to move that away, but 9mm ecosystem's coming. Remember, that's going to have, I think, some staking thing for the NFTs. It's going to have NFT marketplace, a V3 DEX, and what's the third thing? V3 DEX and Block Explorer for Pulsechain. So we can't wait for that. Then, of course, Sugar Beet there from Beetroot. It's already started to run the price, and we're looking forward to that launching too. It's going to have staking for the RH coins and Beat token. You're going to get the sugar. And they said they've got some secret source that hasn't been out before. We're waiting for that. What could that be? I'm looking forward to that. Then, of course, we're heading into November, and we started off with a really green day. We got the Fetch Oracle. We're waiting for that. That's going to unleash the biggest protocols outside of PH Universe and 9-inch perhaps. That's going to launch those. Wow, Fetch Oracle. Can't wait for that. I've got currently sort of pinned in for the 10th of November based on the CEO, Crypto Crazy from Liquid Loans. And then, of course, we're expecting maybe a week later have Liquid Loans launch after this sort of check that Fetch Oracle is working. And then, of course, we potentially have Barista just after that from the Magic Carpet Ride 369 team, which are crushing it with their own multiple products, right? They're going to have Barista, they're going to have Bistro with an OTC desk. That's coming to Pulsechain, over-the-counter desk. I know some of you would like to use that, maybe make deals with your friends and do some swappings. And then, of course, they're also going to have the Stakehouse for custom hex pools as well, which I think will be pretty popular too. And, of course, we also know that Maximus is also doing a product around that with the party. And so we're looking for that too, party pools. Then, of course, after Liquid Loans, Power City basically launching as well. So these two big, giant ecosystems launching on Pulsechain. And, of course, they're super powerhouses, and we're looking for those to build up the TVL on Pulsechain, offer great yield opportunities, and, of course, supercharge the next wave. We are in the second wave of Pulsechain launches. And, of course, PulseBot coming as well. And, of course, we're also talking about the V4 from TYH coming in before the end of the year as well. Then we've got Randy Alaski's Note project. And, of course, that's going to be launching on 9-inch decks around about mid-December. And, of course, TYZZ, the DeFi Binance, probably going to change the game, take on Binance itself. And that is launching in a DeFi way rather than CeFi over on the beginning of January there somewhere. So in the new year. So that could be a great New Year surprise and present, and excited about that on the BNB chain. But hey, look, there may be some connections to Pulsechain and potentially Ethereum. Imagine a trifecta on that product landscape. That'd be pretty amazing. Watch the space. We'll see. In any case, BNB is where it's at the moment. So pretty cool roadmap there. So that leads us into hex.com. Before we do that, though, let's get into the chat because I've been yakking away talking about all that stuff. But it is really, really cool. Green across the board. Can't be too bad about that, just about. Maybe not across all the board, but all the majors, let's say, the majors. Who else has jumped in here? Let's see. Oh, we got 5 Hex Token channel memberships being dropped by Brian on the Hex Token channel. So definitely pick up some of those. Who's got them? We got Lufsky, Generin, Expedition, Crypto Dan, and Big Bully. Congratulations for all those members. And, of course, big shout out to Brian for sponsoring those and supporting the channel big time. Now, if you want to join, of course, you can hit the join button, become a member of the YouTube channel. And we've got multiple memberships there to support the YouTube channel. If you also get the Discord, the link's in the video description as well for 16 cents a day. You get all the information, early project intel, and, of course, importantly, you get to discuss everything with a cool community. And we also have a crypto helpline in there as well that the community helps you with. So it's a really great place to do crypto. It's a wild west out there, folks, on Telegram and other places. Really is a dangerous place to be. People are always trying to steal your crypto, but you can come to our Discord and enjoy a really good environment with all the alpha. Because as you guys know, I'm pretty much probably the most exclusive influencer covering Pulsechain projects there is out there on a daily basis. So it really is pretty cool. We're a no drama channel, a freedom channel, and of course a crypto channel. That's what we like to do as well. But we do talk about non-crypto stuff as well in the Discord. I don't know, people just love to. Anyway, we move on. Let's get into some of the comments. Let me just scroll up through that. Let me just get how far back do I have to go? We've got Joshua Hill in the house. Good to see you, Joshua. Who else there? Pumpkin House is checking in. 9-inch APR dump today across the board. Yep, that is what happened. We got Pumpkin House is welcome newcomers. Nobody works harder than Hex Token. Our favorite Superman. Keep coming back for constant Pulsechain alpha. We need. Thanks, Hex Token. I appreciate that. Pumpkin House. Very nice words there. David says yes, 9-inch was delayed. BBC output slowed down to a trickle, says Pumpkin Out. Definitely was dropped. We're expecting a drop down to 45%, but it dropped way back down to almost 10%. Was it 15%? Like that. Still a nice little pump today for PP and PLD, and the rest is Pumpkin Out. Chance look constructive for another boom. They do actually. So even with the pullback, they do look constructive for another move higher, and that's what we're seeing in at least in all of them actually. Lots of folks wondering if PBC will do a cakewalk. See this Pumpkin now. We've got Andrew and Arnold as well. Hi, and hope everyone is having a great weekend. You too, Andrew. Hope you are as well. The weekend's coming up, right? Still only Thursday or Wednesday, so I guess we're still a while away from that. But I appreciate the sentiments there. Spike says, "What's up, people? What's up? Good to see you." And who else has jumped in here? We got Joe Bravo. Good evening, Hex Token and family from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hey, good to see you, Joey. Let's have a look here. Jump through some of those comments. Pumpkin says Hex Token deserves tips for sure. And we'll send you some love token, says Pumpkin now. Yeah, love token, isn't it? Has that been? I don't think it's been launched yet. We got to follow up on that one actually. Love token's a social platform. I'm not sure what happened there. They look very professional, but I haven't seen much around that. Good morning from Rod Patrick. Good to see you, Rod. Is there any news on the Pulsechain, aka Richard wallet? Yeah, I call it the Heart wallet. No news on that. The last news we knew is that he had 1 or 2 devs working on that wallet. That's it. And with the SEC thing on at the moment, I don't think we'll hear any news about that for some time. We've got November this month is when arguably when the hearing was supposed to be done. So we'll see how we go on that. Obviously, Richard's going to be on the front foot again versus that. So we'll see how we go. Thinking seriously of internet money wallet transfer. I've had it in MetaMask. Not heard much about the Heart wallets. Cardi B, Papa B, says Andrew. Yeah. A Global House says, how do you buy Pulsex? Well, the link to Pulsex is in the video description. And if you want to join our Discord, the link's in the video description as well. You can find all the useful links in there and get help as well. We have got people that will help you do things like that. So kind of neat. Pumpkin Owls in the house there on the Pulsex sticks. Looking good. Yeah, looking good. Not too bad. Charity Dunning in the house there. Hello, everybody. Good to see Charity. And jump through some of these comments. Who else? We got Christian in the house. Good to see you, Christian. And of course, who else there? You could use Proteus, a Global House. If you get into our Discord, under useful links, we've got all the links to all the dexes where you can swap on-chain, on Pulsechain, and we've got cross-dexes where you can swap tokens over to other chains, and we've also got on-ramps as well if you want to do fiat on-ramp. So it's all in the Discord there. If you're totally new to this ecosystem, I'd do well to join Discord and get help. Yeah, honestly, our Discord's the best. It really is. We've had nothing but the best feedback. We've got all the information. We've got the project information, useful link information. Which, we tried to check that, makes all good. And we've got the best community as well. We've got 7 different chats with different updates on different topics. We have audio chats and video chats. It's a great place to get in there. And of course, we have a crypto helpline. Where else do you get a crypto helpline? Right? You get if a crypto helpline's out there, rug you. Yeah, we'll help you. We'll help you rug your money, but not in our Discord. Our Discord's the place to be. If you're totally new, what else? Yeah, thanks for your work. You bring it all together like a boss. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. Love Token was supposed to be a micro tipping thing. Haven't heard anything though. I haven't either. I might follow that up though. Proteus rocks. Actually, I'd like it better than Portal X. Yeah, it's pretty good for on-chain. Portal X does cross-chain though too, right? So Portal X has more features from that point of view. Thank you for the bullish crypto updates, says Richard. You're welcome. All right, let's move on to the fun topic. We're up to now in 4 minutes, so we're doing pretty good timing. Let's get into Hex daily stats and of course hex.com. If you want to mine Hex, it's a CD miner. The ultimate, and of course, we've just got this really starting to pump, and you're getting in at a good time, I think, It's after a really good time for the bull market and everything else there. Not financial advice though, but let's see what the stats are today. Day 1430, or waiting for Ethereum. That's not out yet. But Pulsechain will be. Yeah, Pulsechain is out. So this says 1430, but it's really day 173. This is the 1st of November. So welcome to the month. Pinch in the punch and kick for the month. Is that how you do it? Pinch in the month. Is that how it goes? Let me know in the chat how it goes. I'm sure it's something like that. You're supposed to fool somebody in the morning. I think, is that right? I think so. Can't remember. Price change. We're at 1.532 cents, up 7.8%. Yeah, we'll take that. 3 days in a row too. Nice price increases there. Payout per T-share 6.663 hex. And of course, the last 2 days we had over, 3 days we had over 7. Been pretty amazing. So this is the main number that you're looking for. How much hex do you get paid for T-shares? T-shares means trillions of shares. Just shares are just when you buy hex, you burn your hex, you get T-shares, and that's T-shares are part of the ownership pool. And for every T-share that you have, you get a hex payout per T-share. It's currently 6.66 hex per T-share at the moment. The share rate's going up as well. That's kind of reflects compound interest. Means basically people that do mining short term don't beat people doing mining long term. It's going up all the time. 30,185 on that. And that's going to jump big time on the 22nd of November, which is this month, folks. So get your T-shares before then, because it's going to jump up by 1,400. Plus, it's going to have a few little increments on the way to get there as well. By the end of the year, we're expecting this to be over 32,000, probably 32,500 or something like that by the end of the year. So just remember that. Average mine length, 6.86 years. 37.76 is the APY at the moment for existing T-share miners. Pretty amazing, really. And the price is up, going up and to the right. We've got change in T-shares down. So this is the ownership pool. So Hex is really easy to understand. We have an ownership pool with T-shares in it. We have a reward pool with Hex in it. And of course, if this reward pool, if the ownership pool gets smaller, then the Hex payout per T-share gets bigger. So that's pretty important to know. We're at 9,820,000 T-shares now in the ownership pool. Looking at the amount of coins that are locked, 9.7% of all Hex is locked on the old Pulsechain. We had pretty nice penalties today, 1.1 million. That's basically when people don't keep their T-share miners, they sort of early end them or something like that. Penalties are paid, and they go to people that are still mining and keeping their responsibilities. And we've got 65.4 million in that reward pool that I was talking to that will get allocated to people that have the T-shares. Pretty easy there. The growth numbers, we're at 144 liquid holders on Pulsechain, down 45 on the miners, and we've had an interesting decrease on these miners over the last 10 days, which we had been seeing growth numbers, so maybe some big accounts there having stuff come out. Current miners is up 124,438, and that is the number for Pulsechain, and Ethereum number's not out there, so I won't read that today, but we might quickly touch on that tomorrow when we get the results out for Ethereum. So we just start day 1431 for Hex on Ethereum and day 174 for Hex on Pulsechain. That's the way it goes. Hex.com, folks. Check it out. Richard Hart. This is the first. This is the classic, and this is the one that did 10,000x and was it 13 parabolas in the bull market last time. So it's the place to be, as we say. And that's the name of this channel. It's called Hex Token Channel. Obviously, we've got Superman Crypto and Pulsechain YouTube as well. But that is the main game there. All right, who else is in here? We've got a couple more comments, have we? A pinch and a punch for the first of the month, and a hit and a kick for being so quick. Oh, that's beautiful, Brandon. Well said. Well done, mate. I think that's April Fool's Day. Is it? Is it April Fool's? Yeah, you fool someone on April Fool's, but I thought you could do it. Isn't it before the middle of the day where you can do a pinch and a punch? I think that's the way it goes. Pumpkin L says XT share price always up and to the right. It is indeed. In fact, let's pull that up quickly. Since we've got a couple of minutes left, let's pull up the share rate forecast from Crispy Man. This is his data site. So let's have a look there. 1 moment. Loading data. There's the share rate. Let's go to it. Let's expand the full there. And this is what we're expecting. This is what we're talking about. So at the moment, share rate is down here at 30,179. But it's going to jump on the 22nd there. It's going to jump from 30,583 all the way up to 32,000. So that's a big jump of 1,400, just over 1,400 hex per T-share. So you have to buy 1,400 hex per T-share just to get the same amount of T-shares. So just remember that big jump. By the end of the year, we're expecting it to be around about 32,158 based on Crispy Man's forecast, which have been pretty accurate. So pretty cool on that one from Crispy Man. the man, the myth, and the legend. No, he's on Matty Allen's show. You can actually watch him on the analytics show there, and I think he does his own. He's doing his own show now on YouTube too, which is well done to him. If you like the technical side of Hex, definitely go watch Crispy Man on YouTube. I'm just having a quick look at some of these new charts on here. Actually, here's a combined price of Hex on here too. You can actually just toggle it here. We've got PHEX, EHEX, and the sum of them. So this is one. If you just hit that one there, it will just highlight the combined price here. That's a kind of nice, cool chart of his. If you want to go see that too, that's on hexfire.io. You can check that out. All right, that's pretty much that. So let's wrap up, shall we? Bam. Sandy Beach says, I'd never heard that before. Yeah. It must be something they do in Australia and New Zealand. We have that. We have this thing where you pinch and a punch for the first of the month. And you normally say, so typically it's a kid thing, right? So you pinch and you punch for the first of the month, and you try to run. You run after that, right? You run away. and a kick for the being so quick. So that's what you do. So you really run after you do that, right? But anyway, it's a bit of fun. All right. Now Brennan is a poet. He is indeed. He's multi-talented, I swear. I swear he's multi-talented. Pumpkin Al says, I regret not putting more in my DCA into Hex. It's easy to get distracted getting your Hex staking ladders in the first place. Is Pumpkin Al. You heard that's true. That's true. All right. J-Pon says, thanks, man. You're a legend. You're welcome. And thank you right back at you, J-Pon. Sounds lovely, says Sandy Beach. Well, it's not lovely if you get a pinch and a punch and the kick and the kick for the being so quick. But it is funny. It is funny. Hey, J-Pon. Woohoo! All right, let's go. Let's wrap up the show. Let's play out some cool music on the way out, shall we? Let's do the song. Let's do the big song. Let's do the big song. This is for you, Sandy Beach, out there, crushing it on the health and fitness. And let's play it. You guys know. You know what it's going to be. Here we go. Peace out. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good YouTube stuff. Get into our Discord. 16 cents a day. The best info, the best community. Get into it. The link's in the video description. Join up and become part of the community. We're just ramping up. It's the beginning of the bull market, man. You can see it's all lining up. I painted out the picture for you today. It's getting exciting. Not financial advice, of course, but do your due diligence. But get into Discord. Links in the video description. And, of course, hit the join button if you want to become a member of this channel. Peace out, everybody. Peace out.
Well, I drifted off again at work, thinking about Pulsechain. And occasionally I think back to that twerk, Richard Hart bringing his game. Well, I didn't make the sacrifice 'cause I came too late, but day one I'm still making it rain. Oh, I drifted off again at work, thinking about Pulsechain. I woke up in a sweat last night, dreaming about Pulsechain. Won't be long before I'm going to bed wearing a Rolex. There's so much to love about it, I can't pick my favorite. It's almost better than sex. Well, oh, I woke up in a sweat last night, dreaming about Pulsechain. If you wanna be set up for life, you better stake your Hex. Might as well start with 5555, a financial suplex. Generational wealth is just a click away. It's a Nobel Prize worthy flex. If you wanna be set up for life, you better stake your Hex. A financial suplex, a Nobel Prize worthy flex. You better stake your Hex.